What does a Swiss Army knife have in common with the Mountainsmith Approach 25 backpack? Well, according to Mountainsmith, that's kind of the idea with this bag. It's kind of their Swiss Army knife. You can do almost anything with it. It has multiple capabilities. So we're going to take a look at this today. I've had a lot of trail time with it, as well as Mrs. GT. And in fact, I'm going to bounce real quick to what she said after she had hiked with this for about 3 or 4 miles with about 20 pounds in this bag. And you're doing like what, like a backpack today?
Yep, this is the Approach pack, and honestly, it's the most comfortable backpack I've used ever. I'm gonna say that because I don't feel any strain on my shoulders. It feels really even, and it's just really comfortable.
And you got like what, 20 pounds in there?
Yeah, 20 pounds.
The gear load out. So Mrs. GT loves it. I really like it. Let's break it down, show you pros and cons, and what the Approach 25 has to offer you, and is it a Swiss Army knife for you and what you're looking for or not. So let's go ahead and dive to it. All right, so we're gonna hit some basic specs here on the bag. First thing is Cordura fabric. Mountainsmith, you know, they have an anvil as their logo. These things are built tough, but they have a perfect blend of not being like some bulletproof thing you're gonna throw off a mountain, but it weighs, you know, a ton, and it's not so ultra lightweight that the littlest thing, you putting it on the ground, you're gonna tear a hole in it. I love the fact that they use Cordura fabric. They do a great job with that. So they're using 305 denier multi-rip Cordura hybrid fabric on the bag. Love that. It's gonna come in at 25 ounces, which is awesome. So under 2 pounds for a bag of this size. 25 liters, that's 1,525 cubic inches, which is awesome. And the waist strap is going to be 28 to 48 inches in diameter that it'll go around waist. And then we have an overall height from top to bottom of 19 inches. It's going to be 10.5 inches wide, and then it's 7.25 inches deep. And those are the overall specs and capability of the bag. So we'll go ahead and talk about price, and that's another great aspect to the bag. You know, we're getting durability, we're getting size, we're getting comfort, and we're getting a good price point. This thing's gonna run in anywhere, depending on the color combination, between $55 and $75. I've seen them kind of all over the place in there. It just depends on the color you like and on the time of year that you're basically looking for it on Amazon. So we'll have links in the description below. That's a great way to help support the channel. When you guys purchase through those links, we get a kickback, helps us buy gear, do videos, and invest the time to make videos and give you our feedback and thoughts on gear just like this. So again, links below for the Approach 25. And I do want to give a quick shout out to Mountainsmith and thank them for sending this over to us to be able to review and give you guys, the viewers, the feedback that you need. And I always appreciate working with a local company. It's cool to be able to do that. And that Mountainsmith is always open to you know, the feedback that we give them, and they want to hear how they can always improve, and they make great products. So totally digging it, and thank you again, Mountainsmith, for sending this over to us so you, the viewers, can see what this has to offer. Now this is how you do some water pouches properly, nice and reinforced on the bottom with that good heavy duty Cordura. Then we got kind of an elastic fabric rolled over, so it's really nice and strong. Now this is a larger like Hydro Flask style 32-ounce Nalgene, you know, size bottle. Easily fits in there, and you're going to get that on either side of the bag, and it runs in line with the compression strap. So if you're running longer, maybe like tripods or monopods for photographers, you'll be able to cinch that down with the compression strap above it. And those compression straps are really nice and strong, durable. Again, Mountainsmith making all their stuff very durable, and really makes it able to cinch that bag nice and tight. And I like it's kind of lower on the profile of the bag, which means that I can still open up the bag and get into a lot of stuff in the main compartment as well as the secondary back compartment without having to unattach these to get to the rest. There's only about 4 inches of space to have to open it completely. So that's nice. Some of them are really high up above on the pack, so you really can't open the top very well to get into it, and you're constantly having to open and close your compression straps. That's not the case on this bag. And since we are here, let's go ahead and look at the main compartment. 2 YKK zippers, again, great with those paracord style pulls. It's going to open up, 3/4 of the bag. I got a jacket in here. I've got a gorilla pod. I've got a huge camera, organizational pouch, and plenty of room to spare. You're just going to get a main dump pouch in this compartment, but it's very large. You can get a full day's hikes worth of gear in here. You got your attachment up here to hang your water bladders. Nice sleeve that is not padded on the bottom. Just wanted to double check. So you could fit computers and tablets if you're carrying this more around town as an EDC, everyday carry bag, but their bottom will not be quite padded as much as you would expect in more of a commuter bag. It's designed initially for your water bladder, and then you've got your very large port right down the center there. So very simple but very functional. Okay, now for the outermost pouch. That has a zipper, again, double run. This one's gonna go about 3/4 of the way down over here and then about 2/3 of the way down over here. So it kind of opens up at an angle. Now I have my outdoor research Versatility jacket, love that thing, stuffed in there. So this is a very large compartment. I mean, it's all gonna go all the way down to the bottom here. This is more of your organizational pocket. I would say this is the only place where I have a little bit of a gripe. It's not very organized. I just wish it had a slightly better layout, maybe with like a zippered pocket and a couple other things. So what we have here is a very large dump pouch right here. I can fit a phone, pocket knife, a multi-tool, something like that right here. Then you've got 3 runs that you could do, like AAA powered flashlights, Sharpies, pens. Then you have this really kind of saggy mesh pocket that really doesn't do anything. I don't know what I would put in there, maybe just some granola bars or something. This is kind of like a wasted space, and it's not very tight. It's kind of floppy. And then you just have your main compartment that the jacket was just sitting in, and then you do have your key keeper that's very long as well, which is nice that they have it, and it's red, high visibility. So it's decent for organization. This would be my only gripe with the bag. I just would have liked a better layout in the organizational panel area. Now you could use this to like drop your tablet in, and it would just kind of hold your tablet in place, and that would fit, my full-size iPad Air 2 and those type of things without it going all the way to the bottom of the pouch. So that's what you have here in an organization layout. Now, totally dig this aspect, gives it more capability. We have a 2-for-1 here. On the outside of the bag, we have this daisy chain that you can easily attach carabiners, all sorts of different things like that, or you can run crisscross elastic shock cord, and you could run, a jacket or something like that on the outside of the bag. But then we have this heavy duty mesh along, fully enclosed with an aluminum G-hook here that attaches to a dump pouch, which again, I have that Versatility jacket in there. You could easily fit a pretty good sized jacket. You could probably fit a climbing helmet in there. I mean, it's very large, very elastic. I mean, will go out quite far. And then that nice G-hook has some room to spare on it. So you could put, something harder like your helmet in here, and then you could run elastic cord and put your jacket out here, or vice versa. All kinds of different, options. And I'm all about options with my bags. And I really dig that aspect that they gave us this full dump pouch. And it even has a little drainage hole down here that I can do all sorts of different organization on the outside of the bag. And since we're on the outside, I'll just look at this point right here. Really nice shock cord with a good attachment for your trekking poles or smaller tripods or monopods. I really like it a lot. You have this elastic band up here, then you have your loop here. We used this on one of our treks when we were testing it. Worked fantastic. Kept the trekking poles right where they would need to be. Would keep your lighter weight tripods in the same place, and it just gives you more lashing options on the bag. So now let's go ahead and look at the yoke, sternum strap, belly strap, comfortability, all that. So now this is a frameless system, but there is something of a little bit of a plastic, piece inside here. So will be a little bit of rigidness in it, which is nice versus, just a fully, flopping around bag. So that's awesome. And it was really funny because I loaded mine out with about 25 pounds. Then my wife, ran it with 20, and we both commented on it on the trail on each of our trips, like, wow, this is really carrying the weight better than I expected, and it was the most comfortable for my wife that she's ever carried. Now, I've carried a lot more packs. It is a very comfortable pack. I don't know if it's the most comfortable or not. I can't really, say one way or the other. It is extremely comfortable for this more day pack, more compact sized bag. A lot of that has to do with the amazing yoke that they've decided to go with, making it very thick and heavy duty, but very breathable as well. These are nice, breathable, on the shoulder straps here, and it's nice that these are the comfortability and the mesh comes around the corner, so this is going to rub up against your neck and shoulders and not wear you out. Some bags, they have this rigid line right here, and it comes along on this side, and it's very uncomfortable and rubs your neck. So this is nice. This is very comfortable on the yoke, fits very nicely, and goes all the way down your body, which is really awesome. Then on the back here, we have these breathable ribbing here, which just help with some breathability. We have a channel flow through here, and just the way it contours your body just makes it awesome, regardless if you are doing just a lightweight, you know, day hike with 5-10 pounds in it, or you are kind of loading it out for either traveling, like when we travel, we had it totally packed out, or you are just somebody that carries a ton of gear, but you don't want a huge pack. This is going to be able to handle either way with the amount of load capacity that you're going to put in here. Now up here we have a really nice reinforced grab handle, hanger handle, you know, that's not going to tear out with heavy loads. And then we do have a nylon coated, or excuse me, clear plastic coated paracord here on either side to run your bladder hoses or just attach things to. You have a D-ring on one side here. You got tons of adjustability. You know, I'm a big guy at 6'2", about 215. My wife is a lot smaller, and she weighs a lot less, you know, and it fits both of us very well with the adjustment on not only the shoulder straps themselves, but also on the sternum strap and the belly strap. Now, this is what I like about this bag, and a lot of bags don't offer this. A lot of them have, you know, like attached tracks that the sternum strap cannot be removed, and the belly strap maybe either has bigger wings or different things like that. This guy has a track system, and either if you're wearing it more as a travel bag or like an everyday go to work bag, and you don't want, you know, sternum straps and belly straps flapping around all over the place, you can totally remove them and put them in the bag, stow them away, which is awesome. So if you are looking for an EDC bag and you like this style and you want it kind of a versatility, you can go hiking on the weekends and carry this to the office during the week. This has that option. I love that capability. I love that Mountainsmith decided to do these channel stair step, you know, options for their sternum strap and remove it completely if you want, and that you can remove the belly strap and just leave the little attachments on the sides. Or if I'm going to do a day of hiking and backpacking, I can throw these on and use them, and they are fantastic. Really high quality. Again, these will attach, and now they're not going to slide up and down either where I want them. They're going to stay. Now for me, being a bigger guy, I got to run them all the way down here, and my wife prefers to have them one stage up. So just kind of keep that in consideration. There's 4 stages right there. And then we do have kind of a push button system that releases that versus a squeeze, so you can actually release it one-handed versus trying to, you know, do it like this. You can just push with one finger, and it does have your emergency whistle right there. Elastic as well, so it's really going to cinch down tight. And then you've got your nice thick sternum belly strap down here, and very high quality nylon, very durable. It's got the little elastic keeper so that you're not going to have a bunch flapping around. You can really, you know, move these down, and now I got no excess floating around. So great setup on the sternum strap, the belly strap, their removability, their capability, and for the yoke as well. And just the overall ride on the bag is awesome. Now the approach comes in several different colors. I like this one. It's the most neutral of all of them. I would love to see some old classic, you know, like the tan and the blacks that they're offering. I'd love to see some colors with this as well, but they have this gray and yellow, they have burnt orange, they have blue, and they may even have one other color for the unisex kind of more male cut setup, but they do have women's cut approaches as well in cranberry. So Mrs. GT took this and carried it. She didn't see any issues with it and ergonomic problems, but if you're a woman and you do want that, they do offer one that's cut a little bit more just for your body and your shape for you, the female viewers, the female purchasers. So there is that option. We'll have those as well, those female cuts in the description below, and they only come in cranberry. So guys, don't worry, as long as you don't get cranberry, you're good to go. So folks, in conclusion, is this the family, the GT family's Swiss Army knife pack? It is. We took it not only on day hikes for myself, day hikes for my wife, and then we went on a 5-day travel trip over to visit her family. This was the diaper bag / her personal bag, and she loved it. And now she has completely taken it over, and it's no longer mine. It's the diaper bag and her carry-all bag for her and GT Junior. So we as a family really dig the bag. I think there's a lot going for it. Great price point, durability, and a lot of comfort. And it has a lot of capabilities, just like a Swiss Army knife would. So I dig it, guys. Hopefully this video has helped you out decide whether or not it's going to be the right bag for your systems and deploying it in your systems of use. As always, thank you so much for coming over here and checking out the channel. Please subscribe, comment, like, share this video. Love to hear your guys' thoughts. Any questions you have, I'll answer in the comments below. Check us out on all the relevant social media as well. That's a great way to see what's up and coming. And finally, always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared, and we'll see you out there.